Power was restored to over 240,000 Odessa households following a major overnight Russian attack on Ukrainian energy infrastructure. U.S. troops have begun arriving in Israel to oversee the implementation of the ceasefire agreement in Gaza. Around 50 towns in Ukraine's Odessa region were left without power on Saturday morning, following an overnight Russian drone attack on energy infrastructure, according to regional authorities. Ukrainian private energy firm DTEK reported that power has since been restored to the 240,000 households affected. Odessa's regional governors said that besides energy infrastructure, 2 residential buildings and a hotel were damaged. One person, a 47-year-old woman, was injured. Power was also restored to over 800,000 Kyiv residents on Saturday, following a separate attack by Russia on the Ukrainian power grid a day earlier, which caused blackouts across much of the country. The energy sector has been a key battleground since Russia launched its all-out invasion more than 3 years ago. Each year, Russia has tried to cripple the Ukrainian power grid before the winter season, apparently hoping to erode public morale.
U.S. President Donald Trump is expected to travel to the Middle East next week to participate in a signing ceremony of the Gaza peace deal in Egypt, potentially marking the end of the 2-year bloody Israel-Hamas war, according to media reports. During the trip, Trump is first scheduled to visit Israel, where a meeting with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and an address to the Knesset, Israel's parliament, are planned. According to Israeli media reports, Trump is likely to meet with the families of hostages, while Egyptian media reports that preparations are underway to welcome Trump on Monday. On Saturday, Egyptian government sources said Trump will be received in the Red City of Sharm el-Sheikh to participate in a signing ceremony along with other guarantors of the Gaza peace deal. The U.S. president's planned trip to the Middle East follows his announcement early Thursday that Israel and Hamas had agreed to the first phase of a ceasefire agreement in Gaza.
U.S. troops have begun arriving in Israel to oversee the implementation of the ceasefire agreement in Gaza, according to 2 sources cited by ABC News. U.S. officials said 200 troops will be on the ground to set up a coordination center, but they are not expected to enter Gaza. As the ceasefire held, U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff visited an Israeli army post in Gaza on Saturday to confirm the first phase of the withdrawal of IDF troops. The remaining hostages held by Hamas are said to be released by Monday. Officials in Gaza say around 5,000 public operations have been conducted since the ceasefire came into effect, including efforts to restore key infrastructure, rescue, and medical operations. The United Nations said it will begin delivering scaled-up aid on Sunday. Meanwhile, hundreds of thousands of displaced Palestinians continue to return to their homes in the north of Gaza. Gaza's Civil Defense Agency said 300,000 people have arrived in Gaza City since the truce began.
Belgium's latest national strike is expected to spark chaos across the country on Tuesday, the 14th of October. Trade unions will protest against reforms by the federal government impacting pensions, salaries, and working conditions. The city's 2 main airports, Brussels Airport and Brussels-Charleroi, have confirmed hundreds of flights have been cancelled. Train, bus and tram services will also be significantly reduced.
Spain could be the victim of another blackout, according to its grid operator, Red Electrica, which has warned that an abrupt voltage variation could affect power supply. The warning comes 6 months after an outage in April, which left 60 million people in Spain and Portugal without power for more than 10 hours. The European Network of Transmission System Operators for Electricity said in a report last Friday that the blackout was triggered by overvoltage as the grid struggled to absorb sudden power losses.